Hi everyone, today I'm going to make a little trifold tuck, just something nice to decorate a journal. Here's 3 different themes, let me show you them quickly. This one is a dragon theme, and I'm making these because I want to really showcase papers that I really love, so that way you get to see the whole image. There's a pocket, and I've kept the ephemera pretty plain. So that's the dragon one. It also opens that way, and I've got a little flip tucked in behind it. So that's the first one. I've done one in the quilted theme. This is the quilted papers theme. And that one's there. And I've done one in a vintage theme. Again, it's to showcase that beautiful image, which I really love. And it opens this way as well, and there's a little flip out there too. So they're really quick and simple to make. And I'll show you one that I'm going to make with dragonfly paper. So this one I've just started with a 2-sided piece of A4 paper. If you've got American US letter size paper, that's perfect for this, because I want to trim it down to 11, and I'm just trying to figure out if I want that to be my front, so I'll trim a little bit off this side, sorry. So just trimming it to 11. And then there's just some scoring to do. So figure out which way you want it to open. So for example, these two both open this way, and so I've got the pages opening on the same side as the way that they open, and this one I've flipped it over and it opens that way. So figure which way you want it to open, and also which image you want to be your front. I want this to be my front image, so, and I want to open it this way, so that's going to be my front. So then I need to make sure that if that's going to be my front, that I need the tab that adheres it to the page to be on this side, which is fine. So I want this to be just a 1/2 inch, so whichever way you're going to adhere it to the page. So score it 1/2 inch at 4 and at 7.5. They're the side folds, so that's going to fold up nicely like that. So that's how it's going to sit in the journal. It's going to fold out like that. And now I need to do my pockets. These ones I've done depending on the image. So these ones I've done, the dragon one is at 1 1/4. The vintage one was done at 1 1/2, and I folded the top over. And this one was a taller pocket at 2. So whatever works for you. And trim the height of your image to whatever works for your journal. This one, I think 1 1/2 will work nosely because it sort of lines up with that. So just score your pocket to the depth that you want. Actually, I should do 1 3/8 on this one because that lines up with that image. And that's it. Okay, So now we don't want this little bit here, so I'm just going to trim that off, and I'm just going to trim it on a slight wedge angle to get rid of that, and match that angle on this top of the tab. And I'm going to do the same on both of these folds here, so just taking a little wedge out so that it will fold up neatly without adding any bulk. And then you can have your pockets folding any way that you like, and I've changed mine depending on the image, so you can have two pockets folding one way and one the other, or you can have all of the pockets on one side, whatever works for you. So with this one, if I want to keep, if I fold that one up in the middle, I lose a bit of the dragonfly. So if I fold it that way, I prefer that. And then these two can fold up, or they can all fold back, whatever you like. So let me just figure this one out. So if they all fold back, you get the whole image. That's going to be my front cover, so I definitely want this pocket to fold onto the inside. And I might have that pocket folding up on the back, so that when it opens out, I've got one pocket here and I've got two pockets on the inside. So I'll do that. So that's as simple as they are. You can reinforce the pockets if you need to. This is only copy weight paper that I've printed it on, so I would need to reinforce the pockets. It's nice and simple, folds both ways, it doesn't take up much space. So let me show you how I've decorated some of these. So with this one, this is the quilty papers, and this is the quilted journal papers, and I've made some pockets with a couple of bits of lace. I've kept the ephemera nice and plain. I've added a tab which I've cut out, and an eyelet, and just a little bit of trim, and that was from a junk journal swap that arrived today, so many thanks to Debbie W for that, because that's worked perfectly. And on this side again, I've just kept the ephemera really plain, and this is just an inky dyed index card and a pretty little image. The butterfly matches the image on the front, and I've made a vellum pocket and added a little bit of ribbon. I haven't put anything behind this one, but you could, so that's that one. With the vintage one, it opens up this way. Again, I love that image, so it's lovely with or without anything. I've just added a little ticket and a piece of paper, just folded in half, that you could journal on there. This is just a little bit of tea dyed paper, again in a trifold, and this is one of the pieces that I made in the beautiful vintage ephemera video that tucks in nicely there. There's a tab and just a little bit of fabric in there, and it opens out this way, and I've just put in again a little piece of paper and postcard. I've added little tabs to the pockets, and then this one's just got an envelope and a little bit of ephemera in it. You could add you know, a notepad or whatever you like to the image. This side I've used an old vintage postcard, and I've just got some tea dyed paper flips which I've held together just by punching a couple of holes with a bit of string, and I've put this on with just a little torn piece of fabric, so that all folds in like that. That's the vintage one. And with the dragon one, this one opens the other way. Again, I really wanted this image to be the feature, And on the pockets I've just glued a little bit of ribbon, and again just some tea dyed index card. There's a little tab which just extends the pocket. Some tickets, again these are from the Beautiful Vintage Ephemera video, and then when you fold it out this way you've got an index card, another piece of tea dyed paper that just folds in, and a tab to extend that pocket up a little bit. And on this side you've got a little piece of, this is the Dragon scrapbook papers, and all I did was just print them 2 images, 2 pages per sheet, and then I've torn them with a tear ruler and inked them up to get that vintagey kind of look. And just, this is just one of those old Project Life cards that I've tea stained. Pop that in there, and once again that tab just helps it stay in place. I've added a little vellum pocket with just a piece of torn paper and a couple of bits of the handmade looking paper. I like the vellum because you can see the images behind it. And then when this is open up, that's just another one of those half sheet images that fold out as extra journaling space. So that's the 3 that I've decorated, and this is the dragonfly one. You could add lace or flowers or whatever you like, vellum pockets, whatever you like. So I won't decorate that one up. I just wanted to show you how I've made that for that process. Really good way to add to a journal, and also to use those really beautiful feature papers that you don't really want to decorate or just have as a plain page in your journal. So have a go at those. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.